everyone! Welcome to the Wings Engine map topic. Today is the first lesson of the tile mapping tutorial. This lesson mainly introduces the overview of the whale map. The whale map is a component in Wings Engine, responsible for 2D GIS map editing, including GIS electronic maps and GIS satellite maps. The following shows different styles of whale maps. Next, I will demonstrate the whale map and attribute settings. First, open the Wings Engine and create a blank project. It will be automatically opened after the project is created. Click Map in the left toolbar and select the tile map. You can see many preset styles of GIS electronic maps and GIS satellite map templates. Here, add a WebGIS electronic map as a base for demonstration. In the left dashboard layer, you can see the newly added whale map component. Then we double-click the Meridian map component to enter the editing mode. At this time, the component toolbar will to the Meridian map mode. Then we can, in the left, add service drawings and surveying. In these preset templates, we can see that the service layer and drawing layer as examples. You can set it according to your needs. Please refer to the subsequent courses for details. Next, let's take a look at the attribute settings of the longitude map. Click the Exit Editing button in the upper right corner to exit the editing mode. In non-editing mode, we can set some attributes of the Meridian map, some attributes of the component. These settings are similar to other components. The first is the basic settings, where you can adjust the transparency of the map. A common use of this setting is combined with conditional styles, interactive multi-states, to achieve the display and hiding of the components. Then there is the mouse penetration settings, which is defaulting off. At this time, the Mercator map can be dragged. When enabled, all mouse operations will penetrate to the components below the map. At this time, we drag the Meridian map without response. Then comes the settings of size and position. Usually, we can directly click and dragging the components to set the size and position. Here, you can also directly enter coordinates of width and height X and Y. We can also enter any value in the component rotation to rotate the compass map in the corresponding direction. Next is the responsive layout style. Responsive layout refers to after the project is opened in the browser, when the browser window size changes, the fixed position where the component does not change, if you need to add a border to the compass component, you can turn it on here. You can set the border color, width, and radius. I'll demonstrate them one by one. Here we can also choose the style of the border, including solid, dashed, dotted, solid, dashed, dotted, lined, and borderless. The component does not have a default background color. If you need to set the background color, you can set it here. We can set the background to a picture or video type. You can choose the filling method and blur level. However, the mapping component generally, there is no need to set the background. At the component cover, you can select the image used for packaging, the image used for the cover. Supports uploading local images. Click the screenshot button. You can take a screenshot as the component cover. Next, I'll show you a common example of the Beijing map component. This example adds multiple markers and fly lines in mapping. You can click the button to control their display and hiding. Click the View Switch button. You can switch to the preset perspective. The distance in surveying and mapping can also be to display and hide them by clicking the button. After binding a pop-up window to the marker point in the panel, when we click on the marker point, the pop-up window will automatically pop up. When we turn on the settings of When we click the settings item of switching views, clicking the marker point can automatically switch to the perspective corresponding to the marker point. After enabling map drilling, double-click on a certain area of the map. You can drill down to specific provinces and cities. Click the button in the upper left corner to return to the previous level map. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.